Cryptos and NFTs are probably some of the most volatile markets that have ever been around. And if you don't know how to manage your psychology, if you don't know how to manage your mindset or your perspective or your expectations in these industries, you're going to leave yourself extremely susceptible to being highly emotional, highly volatile, making silly decisions, and doing things that you're going to regret later on. So in this video, I want to give you some ideas of how you can put mental models in place to ensure that your psychology is balanced, you've got realistic expectations going into the cryptos, going into the NFTs, to ensure that you make process-based decisions and make wise decisions. Now, if it's the first time checking into the channel, first and foremost, welcome. My name is Bailouni, and I run an education and performance coaching business called Master Your Trading Mindset. And we work with traders all around the world, helping them overcome the psychological patterns that hold them back from consistent results. And we give them the tools, the education, the principles to help them gain consistency, to help them gain funding, all those types of things. Now, if you don't already have a copy of our free Bulletproof Your Mindset tool, I'm going to encourage you to jump in the description and grab that. That's helping traders all around the world gain more consistent results, lower their emotional volatilities in the market, and it's extremely, extremely useful. Completely free. Only 30 copies go out per week, so ensure you get a copy. Now, without a doubt, the NFTs and the cryptos and all that sort of stuff have been very, very volatile markets. They go up and down in very short periods of time. Now, this is a double-edged sword. It means you can either lose a lot of money really quickly, or it means you can make a lot of money really quickly. And both are going to lead to emotional volatilities, and both are going to lead to making irrational, impulsive decisions, and both are going to take away from living a fulfilled life. If you think about it, if you lose a lot of money, you get extremely depressed. That can be very painful. If you make a lot of money, you get extremely elated. That can also be a source of stress in your life as well, because now you don't want to lose that and you've got unrealistic expectations. So both are going to lead to high levels of stress. Both are going to lead to high levels of adrenaline, and it's not going to be a fulfilling place, not going to be a productive place to be. So the best tip I can give, and I've had 6 years trading experience, worked as a performance coach for the last few years, helping traders deal with the emotional volatilities. One of the best tips I can give to people going into cryptos and NFTs is to be aware of your expectations. When I work with my guys and girls in the 12-week challenge, and any of my other products, I communicate this idea of a virtual market versus the real market. And sometimes what we do is we have this, a lot of the times this is what we do, we have this virtual market in our head about what we think is going to happen next and what we think is going to happen in the market. Truth be told, nobody really knows what's going to happen next. Nobody knows where price is going to be and how long it's going to take. We can make probabilistic outcomes and bets on that, but on that individual trade, nobody really knows. Over a large sample space, we can have a good idea, but on an individual trade, nobody really knows. So sometimes what we do in this virtual market in our head is we create an idea on what we perceive the outcome is going to be. And we create this fantasy in our mind that's very pleasurable, and we really want it to happen because it's going to make us a lot of money, it's going to get us a new car, it's going to get us this status, right? And we create this expectation or fantasy in our virtual market in our mind. And then what we do is we go off and we project that onto the real market. And now what we've done is we've projected an unrealistic expectation on the market. Because nobody knows what's going to happen next, that expectation, the outcome is unrealistic. And then we go and trade based, or we make an investment or a bet based on that. And if the market, the real market, doesn't align with the virtual market in our head, that's what stress is, right? The fear starts to creep in, the anxiety starts to creep in. We start to make irrational, emotional decisions. And if we take losses, we're extremely disappointed because we not only lose the dollar amount, we also lose the fantasies that we're creating in our head. We lose the car, we lose the status, we lose all those things we thought the winning was going to bring us. So what I'm trying to communicate here is you just have to be very aware of your expectations that you're projecting onto the market. The expectations or fantasies we create in our head have no basis in the market because nobody knows what's going to happen next. What we can, and what is a realistic expectation, is having a proven edge or a strategy based on previous data and going into each individual trade with the expectation that I have no idea what's going to happen on this trade, but I know if I do this 100, if not 1,000 times when the market aligns with my trading plan, I will end up profitable. That's realistic. But thinking we know what's going to happen next and having those expectations we're projecting into the market is just going to leave us susceptible to being highly emotional, making irrational decisions, and we're ultimately going to put ourselves at a disadvantage to not be long-term consistent investors or traders or whatever it is you are. So be aware of the expectations you're projecting onto the market. Be aware of how you're making a decision. And this is something I promote to all my students and clients is be aware, am I making a process-based decision because the market, the crypto market or the NFTs now aligns with my strategy or my process? That's the wise decision to make. Or am I making an outcome-based decision? Am I creating an idea of what I think the outcome is going to be in this virtual market and then projecting that unwisely onto the market and making a decision based on what I think is going to happen next? That's what a lot of traders who are highly emotional and inconsistent are doing, and I want to share that with you. I want each and every single one of you guys to be aware of your expectations, be aware of what fantasies you're projecting onto the market, get the Bulletproof Your Mindset tool. This facilitates this process, helps you follow through with this exercise, because I promise you, if you do, you'll make better decisions. A lot of the emotions won't be there because you don't have unrealistic expectations. Now you're balanced, you're poised, and you'll find your results go through the roof. So I hope this was of value. Be aware of your expectations, and I'll see you all in the next video.